Welcome everyone to Ask the Warrior for the month of August. This is the 27th of the 8th, 2013. This is my second time recording this Ask the Warrior. I did initially try and record it a day or two ago, but unfortunately, me being a fucktard, I realised what I did and it didn't record it because I didn't press the record button. I pressed the preview button. And it didn't save it. So yeah, I fucked up and it was over an hour worth of footage. And so I have to do the whole thing over again. Fun. So yeah, so what is Ask the Warriors? We used to make our questions via my Google Groups page called The Geek Clan, which is always linked in the description. Facebook, Twitter, and of course, YouTube. And I will go through all the questions that have been asked. And of course, my personal favourite is on any subject matter you deem necessary, serious or silly, and may ask of your own will. So we'll go with the Google Groups. Unfortunately, we only got one question from that, and the first question is from Jack Alistair, I'm assuming, Drew, from the Google Groups page, which his question is, who is your most hated but best villain in Dragon Age currently? And what sort of main villain would you want in Dragon Age Inquisition already in the Dragon Age universe, or that you would make that you made up and want to see someone like that in the game? Okay, so that's an interesting one. I'm trying to remember my answer. Let's see. That's a tricky one because Dragon Age does have a good array of villains, but even then they're not really villains. The only character in Dragon Age which I would dub a bona fide psychopathic villain was Rendon Howe. He was a fucking nut job, and I do mean nut job in every single word possible meaning of it. He was crazy, obsessed with power, didn't give two shits about human life, and killed everyone. And he's voiced by fucking Tim Curry, so yeah, that was fun. And I loved him for that, but he's not my favourite. My favourite villain, loosest term of the word, there's two. Favourite villain is Loghain. Terran Loghain is my favourite villain from the Dragon Age universe just because of what he is. He's very much in the way of the elusive man in the fact that he believes what he's doing is right. He's a brilliant strategist. He believes that everything that he's done is for the benefit of Pharrell, and he believes that what Kaelin was doing at Ostagar was wrong and that he was right. That he was right to let him die and let the Darkspawn do what it does, because he didn't trust the Grey Wardens. He didn't want the Orlesians to come in and take over again, because that's what he believed would happen if Kaelin done what he'd done, because he didn't trust the Grey Wardens. He didn't trust the Orlesian Grey Wardens, especially because of what we find out in... I dropped something. Give me a minute. What we find out in Dragon Age: The Stolen Throne. Minor spoilers here, but nothing major. I'll go to it in a minute, but Loghain hates the Orlesians for a reason. He also hates the Grey Wardens for another reason, but that goes on more into the calling, which I won't spoil for anyone. Firstly, he knows that the Grey Wardens are not to be trusted to the fact that that organisation with Sophia Dryden, if memory serves me, that's her name, tried to overthrow Ferelden at one point, so he didn't trust them then. He also didn't trust the Orlesians because before King Merrick, the Orlesians ruled with an iron fist. Ferelden was basically enslaved to the Orlesians. They had a false king on the throne. The royal family had all but been wiped out. That includes Merrick's mother, the rebel queen. What the fuck's her name? Can't remember her fucking name now. All I know is the rebel queen. That was her name. The fuck's her name? I'm horrible with names. I'm sorry. I can't remember her fucking name. But yeah, the rebel queen was killed. Merrick was the only one left, and he did stumble across Loghain, of course. I'll go to Loghain in a minute or two, and I love him for that. He's just so good. He's just because he's been with Merrick since near enough the beginning of Merrick's reign, because after his mother was killed, he was there. And Merrick has reasons to not trust the Orlesians. Merrick. You think Merrick would kind of see where Loghain was coming from because of what the Orlesians did to his mother. The Orlesians didn't just kill Merrick's mother. They paraded her body in Denerim. they put her head on a spike to basically say, here's your fucking queen, we killed her. So Logain thinks that that's what Merrick, he doesn't want to see Merrick's son do that, because it would dishonor Merrick as well. It would dishonor what Merrick was, he believes. Also, Kaelin's mother, Rowan, who we find out in the Stolen Throne that she and Logain were deeply in love, and not really in love, but they had very strong feelings for each other. And the only reason that she didn't end up with Logain is because Logain believed that he wasn't right for her, and that she had to be with Merrick because she had to be queen. Rowan was a very powerful and strong female character, but just a character to me in person. I don't see her gender as anything. Who was there for Logain, who was there for Merrick. And Logain believed that Kaelin was dishonoring him. He believed that he was dishonoring the memory of his father and his mother, who, in fact, he probably cared more for his mother than he did his father. And that's just what Logain is. He believed that so entirely. And also, the Orlesians now, he didn't want the Orlesians. He hates Orlesians with a passion, because if memory serves me, I could be wrong, they didn't just kill his... They took everything away from him, except for his father. His father was still with him. But no, they took everything. They took his father, they took his home, they took his mother. And I mean death-wise and rape-wise. If memory serves me, I don't want to get this wrong, because that is a very touchy subject, but if memory serves me, the Orlesians did have their way with his mother. They did kill her. They did kill her, but I do remember Logain hating them that much that he might have even seen them rape his mother. And him and his father were in the rebels for that day on. And you see why Logain would do what he did, because he believes in that so much. He believes in that so much. And I think he's that kind of good of a villain. A villain that you can sympathise with. And at the end of the journey, when we finally get to him in Denerim, you're not killing him out of revenge or anger. You're killing him out of sympathy. You want to pull him out of his misery. That's what you want to do, and I love him for that. I love that type of villain. It's just that there's so much to his character. He's not evil for evil's sake. He's evil because he believes what he is doing is not evil. He believes what the Warden is doing is evil. He believes what the Warden is doing is wrong. He believes that he wants to overthrow. He hates Alistair. He hates everything that the Warden stand for, and he hates the fact that they were going to bring Orlesian scum to Ferelden soil again. So I love Logain for that. He's definitely my favourite villain in the Dragon Age series at the moment. Another one that's definitely my favourite is Flemeth. I fucking love Flemeth. She is amazing. I just love... Even then, she's not really a villain. She isn't a villain. She's only out for herself. She's sort of like a grey member of the universe. She only cares about what suits her needs rather than what suits your needs. Like, if your needs happen to coincide with hers, she'll help you out. She'll allow you. She'll save your life, because without Flemeth, we wouldn't have the Warden. We wouldn't have Hawke. We wouldn't have Merrick. Yes, Merrick and Flemeth do meet up in the Stolen Throne. I'm not going to say anything else beyond that. But yeah. So Flemeth, if your things coincide with her, she's an amazing ally to have. Fuck with her, you're dead. Even though I fucked with her and I killed her. Which a lot of people did. But yeah, I love Flemeth. I just love that she's just this one. Yeah, I don't give two shits. Your habits have to coincide with mine. I'll be your ally. I'll help you out. But after I've saved your life, I'm just gonna go away. See ya. She's like, I love just how casual she is, how cocky she is about her own abilities. I love that. I really do love that. She's just that fucking cocky, and I love that about her. Now, what kind of villain would I want to see in Dragon Age Inquisition? It's really tough. Going with, as I say, the different variants and what villain I'd obviously do. It's going to have to be either another organization or someone with enough power to control people. Especially what happens with the Fade being ripped open. The veil, being ripped open. And yeah, it's the type of villain. I just want a villain like Logain. I want a villain that believes he's doing that we don't even know if it's a he or she, that they believe that what they're doing is right and you're wrong. I want that type of villain. I also want a villain that I can laugh at, that I can enjoy, that I can both hate and see why. I want a villain that's sort of like Heath Ledger's Joker. He's basically going, you know what? You're all just like me. You know, you throw these people. How's it go again? Look at you, have order, you have plans. I don't have a plan. I have anarchy. So you throw a little chaos into the mix and people will eat each other. So I used to be able to do a good Joker. I'm trying to remember. The only thing I could do is, I'd like to know how I got these scars. My father was a Grey Warden. And he loved his daggers. He loved them so much, even more than me. So I decided that I would play with them. I would try and resemble his daggers. He didn't like that. Oh no, that one bit. One bit. And so he said, you like these daggers? I'll show you what these daggers can do. And then he put them in my mouth. I'm not still. I really used to be able. I used to be able to do a good Joker. I really did. I can't anymore, unfortunately. Why so serious, son? Let's put a smile on that face. I used to be able to do a good Joker. I can't anymore, but I like that kind of villain that makes you believe that what you're doing is wrong and what he's doing is right. That he's the next step. That he is what you are. I love that kind of villain. I really do. But, I'd just be happy with a villain that's badass. That's what I'd be for. Okay, that's the Google Groups. Now we'll move on to the Facebook questions. We've got a few, so we'll have to go through them. The first two come from Batish Wahid. I do apologise if I'm butchering your name. And his questions are: what do you think of Antina Sakashi's of Antina Sarakisha and her feminist frequency? If you can't answer that, what do you think about the Oculus Rift? Never heard of this Anita and her feminist frequency. If she's a feminist, God, fuck off. No, I have nothing against feminists. I am fully supportive of equal rights for everyone, no matter the gender. But I really hate extreme feminists. I hate any extremes really. But coming from a geek, but yeah. So I can talk a wee bit about the Oculus Rift. I love the idea of the Oculus Rift. A lot of people are calling it a gimmick, but I don't see it as that. I see it as something that can be used, and used well if done right. Like, I see the potential of virtual reality. I want a fucking holodeck. Who doesn't want a fucking holodeck? Who doesn't want to be able to just go into a room and go, holodeck, I want to be in Mass Effect. I want to be on the Citadel in Purgatory, sitting next to Arya Tolo, sipping a whiskey. And I want Arya to be wearing a seashell bikini. I'm sorry, that's the first thing that popped in my head. Who doesn't want that? And the Oculus Rift, while that's nowhere near that kind of technology, it is something that I think could be used to help advance that technology. I do believe they have tried something like with a unidirectional treadmill that they tried to create something similar to. It's the closest thing to a holodeck they go. You wear the Oculus Rift and you walk around with the unidirectional treadmill in different directions, different speeds. And yeah, that is the first step to a holodeck in my opinion, and the Oculus Rift does give that opportunity for that. I really do like that. Like, you stick it on, you're in a completely different world. I haven't had a chance to try one on, and I'm not buying a fucking developer kit because I don't intend to make anything for it. But I wouldn't mind giving it a try at the future date. I do see the potential in it. It's still nowhere near what it needs to be. I do like the idea though that it can be used for people with disabilities to be like people who can't leave the house, people who literally physically cannot leave an area, a house, a hospital. Give them the Oculus Rift and give them a chance to see the sun again, see places that they could never see again. That would be nice. Like, give a cancer-ridden patient one chance to put on an Oculus Rift once it's advanced enough to see something that they wish they could see. Like, say they say, I wish I could have gone into space. You can't get them into space, but what you can do is use the Oculus Rift to simulate it, to give them the closest thing to space that they can ever have. Give them a chance to feel the weight of anti-gravity. Feel them, see the sun, see the stars, see different planets. Give them a chance to walk on the moon. That kind of stuff for someone like that who is going to die and never going to get the chance to do what they always dreamed is something that I think is very good. And that's what I think the Oculus Rift could be used for. Not just for gaming and not just for porn. We all know it's going to get used for porn, okay? We all know it's going to get used for porn. But I see that potential in giving a 12-year-old cancer-ridden girl. She says who always wanted to visit the pyramids. She always wanted to visit pyramids, but she's never going to get the opportunity to visit the pyramids because she's not healthy enough to travel. And she's probably going to be dead within a few months. Give her an Oculus Rift. It's the closest thing she'll get to being there. Give her that feeling. And if the technology gets advanced enough, you'll be able to give like gloves where it makes it feel like you're touching the walls and you're going, oh, they feel so real. And getting closer and closer to a holodeck, because that would be awesome. I see that potential in it being used for something very magical. Something that you can't... If you could give someone the ability to walk on water, give someone the ability to walk in a world that doesn't exist. Like, give someone who's dying or someone who is bedridden, who can't move, who... That kind of stuff. And yeah, give them that. Sorry, I got something there. Give them something like that, and yeah, I could see that working. I could see give them something like give someone who loves World of Warcraft. I know it's not my cup of tea, but give someone who loves World of Warcraft, who's been playing it most of their life, unfortunately is about to pass away. Give them the chance to actually walk in Warcraft. Give them the chance to see the places that they've seen 1,000 times, but actually through the eyes of their character and be able to see it in detail. Give someone who loves Mass Effect, Dragon Age, the Witcher series, Assassin's Creed. Give someone like that a chance to see something like that. I would love that. I think if that was done right, that could work magically. That could work. I'd pay for that. I would pay to actually wear something like an Oculus Rift or something along those lines and be able to feel and see like I'm in the Mass Effect universe. Be able to look at an Asari. Be able to feel like I'm touching one. Get your man to the, I'm in the face. Or touching weapons, touching the area around it. That kind of thing. I think that could work. I'm a bit of an optimist. I think that could work if it's done right. If you just give me a minute. So we'll move on to the next question. Just give me a minute. Just need to do a quick... I'm busy at the moment. Just had to someone messaged me on Facebook. I had to quickly just tell them I'm busy. But next question comes from Batish Wahid, and he asks, have you ever considered meeting GamerMD83 as a friend? Yes, I have. We have talked about it a few times. I actually did intend to actually go over on holiday to California and other parts of America last year, not this year, say June or July. That's what I was planning on doing. I had a bit of money saved up, and I was planning on maybe going for maybe a couple of days, or maybe even 2 weeks if possible. It isn't cheap. Like, the flight is about $230 at the time I was planning on going. But the most expensive thing was I wanted a decent hotel. I didn't want a shitty one. So I didn't want a shitty hotel. I wanted a decent hotel, and going for 2 weeks, it's like $2,000 for a decent hotel. But yeah, I did save up a bit of money, and it was looking like I might be able to at least go for a couple of days, but then something happened, I don't actually what, in which I had to actually use the money I had to help my mum. I had to help my family out, so that money went away like that, and I was like, fuck. So I had to say, MD, I'm not going to be able to come over this year. So it's still in the mind, it's still in my mind to actually possibly go over to say hi to her or go and visit her. But it's just expensive. Like, if she lived in the UK, it's not like Alex or Ability or anyone else in the UK. If they wanted to visit me, it's a train ride. It's a bus. It's a car drive if they're willing to. Or for me, it's a ticket. We're not going to just pop into the house any day. Well, no, I mean like conventions and all that. It would be awesome. It would be. We can do that. It's not that. It's still a bit pricey, but it's not as pricey as going to America. But I am going to try and go there eventually. I am aiming to maybe save up a bit of money this year and maybe go on holiday after my first year at university to say, congratulations, you survived university, if I survived university. I'm hoping. It's still extremely pricey to go over. It's going to cost a good chunk of change. It's going to cost, I'm trying to calculate it in my head, say, going for a week, it's about £1,200 for a hotel, a decent hotel for a full week. For 2 weeks, it's about £2,000. And I would want to go for a good length of time, so probably 2 weeks would be nice. Flight isn't too bad. I'm not too fussed. I've never flown in a plane before, so I would be fucking nervous. I would be like, don't fucking crash, 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 don't fucking. I would be like that. But it would be fun going on a plane. And yeah, and then I'd be spending money for money to survive there, of course. So I'd probably have to bring over. Gone for 2 weeks, maybe at least, well, American money, it's a little bit more different. I'd probably want to take at least £1,000. I think that might last me, if I'm lucky, maybe 1,500. I'd want to take a good chunk of change. I wouldn't want to take 500 because that'd be fucking stupid. I'd probably want to take a bit of money, and then I would, of course, also, I wouldn't be able to spend the whole time with MD because she has other stuff she has to take care of, her mother and family and all that shit. So I wouldn't be like, oh, MD, I'm coming over, you have to spend the whole 2 weeks with me. No, I wouldn't ask that. I'd say, if there's any days you want me up, just let me know. But I'd be on there for holiday. I'd probably go to Disneyland as well, because I know that's a place, because I've never been to Disneyland. Just going there for the lols and I'd want to enjoy myself. I want to have a bit of fun. And if I'm going for 2 weeks, maybe I'll hop over to different states to visit certain landmarks or something like that. But yeah, I have been planning it, and hopefully I will eventually get to meet Gamer MD83 face to face. So, fingers crossed, clan. Who knows, maybe I'll get lucky and I'll get invited over there to a convention or something, and maybe I'll be able to go for free. Or maybe this channel will blow up and I'll suddenly have 50,000 subscribers and I'll be able to afford to go next month. Nah, that's never going to happen, but I am aiming to go over and see MD one day, and we are planning on doing a couple. If that is the case, we will be doing a couple of vlogs together in Disneyland, so yeah, that's a plan, so we are trying. Mark Holiday asks, have you seen the multiplayer gameplay trailer for Grand Theft Auto? Yes, I've seen it. I could give two shits about it. You're expecting more? No, I honestly could give two shits. Just X. Just had to let my friend know something there. But yeah, I'm not a multiplayer gamer. I'm not going to lie, the GTA 1 does look interesting. The GTA Online also looks rather interesting. I'm not going to be able to play it because I don't have Xbox Gold or PC. I don't have Xbox Gold. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to play it. I'd probably get it on Xbox, by the way. But I don't know, like, if I had Xbox Gold, I'm very tempted to give it at least a try. I am. I'm very tempted to give it a try, maybe with a couple of friends, because I don't like playing multiplayer games. I even have Guild Wars 2 over here. I have this here. I played it for like a month, and then I got bored of it, because I didn't have any friends to play with it, or anytime I was on, anyone I knew who had it wasn't on. So yeah, I tried playing it for a wee while, but I didn't like it. I didn't like it as much as I thought I would have. I thought because it was a story-driven MMO, I might have liked it, but I didn't. I didn't like it. After about a month and a half, I was just like, yeah, I'm done. Simple as. It's just not my kind of thing. I just didn't like it. And plus, I don't want to spend hours on an MMO if I've got plenty of other games I can play. So, I don't know. I might give it a try at a later date, because if I'm going to review GTA 5, if I can hopefully get it, I will probably have to try the multiplayer. I'll let you know, but it looks decent. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun for people, but unless I'm playing with my friends like MD, Alex, and Ability, I'm not going to be that interested. I'll pick up GTA 5, I'll play the story, and that'll be it. Probably for me, so yeah. Yeah, so there's like interest, I'm not going to lie. Okay, the next two Facebook questions come. First one comes from Kenny McDonald. How you doing? What shampoo do you use? Well, to get this luscious, nice, beautifully curly ginger brunette. I've had people tell me I'm a brunette. I've had people tell me I'm a ginger. I don't give two shits. Like, does that look To me, it looks brunette, but to other people, it looks ginger. I'm a ginger. Fuck, I don't give two shits. But to get this perfect, luscious hair, which is going to be going in a month because I have to get a haircut. And actually, if I do that, it actually... Fucking hell, that looks weird. I didn't realize I could do that. I look like the guy who's like, aliens! I like the guy from fucking aliens! Fucking like, Darkspawn! Reapers! Shit! Karachi! I look at that fucking knob. That's fucking awesome. I use whatever shampoo is at hand. I don't use a specific one. I sometimes use Tresemme because my mum buys that. I sometimes use apple scented. I must admit, I'm very partial to the strawberry scented one because I love the smell of strawberries. Oh, it makes my hair smell so nice. And I use it on my beard as well, and it makes it smell so strawberry. So when I'm with the ladies and the lads, my beard smells like strawberry and I can't resist it. I wish. And I just use whatever shampoo is at hand. And you know what? Fuck, I'm keeping my hair like this for the entire video if I can. See if I can get it up a bit higher. Aliens! That's fucking weird as hell. But yeah, I use whatever shampoos and I don't use a specific brand. Shampoo, and I don't give two shits about anything else. I look fucking awesome. Okay, the next question comes from Batish again. His question is, favourite actor / least favourite of all time? Favourite and least favourite actor? I'm gonna be honest, I don't really have any least favourite or favourite actors because I don't really follow actors that much. Like, I follow some because they're awesome. Try to think. It all comes down to like certain movies. I'm trying to look at my collection right now to see what I like. Brandon Lee, of course, may rest in peace, was one of my favourites. He starred in The Crow. David Boreanaz is fucking amazing. If you've never seen Angel, which by the way, I have the entire box set of Angel right here, right now, and I'm probably going to watch it again. It's fucking amazing. David Boreanaz is an amazing actor and not that nice, not that bad to look at. Malcolm, I was going to say Nathan Fillion is awesome. The cast of Firefly, whose names I can't remember except for Nathan Fillion, River, Summer, that's her name. Summer Gall, and I can't remember. I'm horrible with fucking names. I do apologise, but you know I can't do those guys dishonest. But the entire cast of Firefly, I can't forget the names. Give me a minute. I need to know their names because I don't want. I fucking love the show that much. I'm not going to forget their names. So give me a minute to get their names up. Come on. There we are. Here they are. Nathan Fillion, Gina Torres, Alan Tudyk, Morania Bacaniri. I do apologize. I'm butchering these names. Adam Baldwin, Julie Stern, Sean Mala, Summer Gall, and Ron Glass. All those actors are amazing. And I fucking love Firefly. It's one of my favourite sci-fi shows of all time. And they're amazing. Sarah Michelle Gellar, she's awesome. That's Buffy, if memory serves me. I'm horrible with names, I'm sorry. Faith from Angel and Buffy. I can't remember the actress's name. She also stars in Dollhouse. She's fucking amazing. A Whedon actor, as I call her. The actress who plays... I'm not gonna lie, I fucking love the majority of any person that starred in a Whedon flick. Because they're all amazing actors in some way, shape, or form. I love the guy from Dollhouse. I love the computer high geek from Dollhouse. The stoner from Cabin in the Woods. Fred, of course. I fucking love that actress. The guy who plays West. The guy who plays Gunn. J something August. I fucking love all the Whedon actors because they're all amazing and they're all funny as shit. I like Jim Carrey. I like Jim Carrey. He's awesome as well. I think he's funny. Like, he hasn't been in a lot of funny. I also think he's a decent actor as well, and I can't wait to see him in Kick-Ass 2. I love the cast of Ghostbusters. I'm just horrible with names. I do apologise. Mark Hamill, Joker, I fucking love. Kevin Conroy, Tara Strong, Grey Delisle, Jimmy, the voice of Wacko. I can't remember his fucking name now. Jim something like Jim. It begins with J. I'm more of a voice actor guy. I love all the ones that I've mentioned. I'm horrible with them. Least favourites, I don't give two shits about if they're horrible or not. Any wrestler who's acted, most of them are shit. The Rock's okay. I think I'm looking at my collection. I'm trying to see if there's any ones there. Nope, I can't think of any off the top of who I hate. Besides M. Night Shyamalan, but he's a director and he can go fucking die in a fire of his own damn list of what's a twist. Oh, I forgot Troy Baker's an awesome actor. Can't forget him. Nolan North, Mark Meir, Jennifer Hale, Ali Hills, all the cast of Mass Effect. They're fucking amazing. I'm horrible with names. Sorry. You're all awesome. I'm sorry if I forgot your name. David Tennant, he's awesome. Matt Smith's awesome. I can't think of any I hate. I do dislike some actors and actresses. Like, I fucking despise Megan Fox, but I don't even think about her. She's a horrible actress. She's nothing but eye candy. And I literally want to inject her. I want to get a liposuction machine, stick it inside of her, and flip it in fucking reverse just to expand her, and then seal it up with fucking permanent fat so that she can't get rid of it, so she doesn't fucking act anymore. She's fucking horrible. That's the only person who I actually fucking hate, and I wish they'd stop being in movies, especially as, I'm not going to say which is, y'all know that one begins with A, and happens to run around with turtles. I'm not seeing that film. I'm not seeing it. I'm blacklisting it. I'm just having to look at my collection, see if there's any other actors I hate. Or actresses. And honestly, not that many. I don't hate that. I just go, they're shit. That's it. Done. See ya. I'm having a look. I'm having a look. I'm making sure. I'm just fucking making sure. Not forgetting anyone besides Megan Box. Megan Box. I love Mila Jovovich. She's awesome. Okay, that's all the Facebook questions, so we'll now move over to YouTube questions. First question comes from RPE33, and his question is, what do you think about the Superman versus Batman movie? We talked about this in the Legion of Geeks podcast, but I will elaborate more on my personal feelings for it. This is way too soon. This is way too soon. This movie is happening too quickly. The people behind the Dark Knight trilogy and Man of Steel think that just because they've made two amazing, they've done two superhero movies in total, Batman and Superman ones. They think that they've done two of which were amazing. Batman Begins, Dark Knight, fantastic films. Dark Knight Rises, I hate it now. Superman, Man of Steel, is okay. Not amazing, it's okay. They think that with two good films, one horrible film, one bad film, and one okay film, they're ready to take on the task of making two of the biggest superhero icons in the same film. They think they can handle that. They think that they can handle that. They can't even get a fucking Wonder Woman movie out there. They barely handled fucking Superman. And they think that they can jump their guns and make Batman vs. Superman? I guarantee this film is going to be a success. I guarantee that everyone will go and see this. And I honestly cannot see a single way that this film will succeed. I can't. I cannot see a single way in which this film can work. Why? Because the team that's doing it don't have enough experience. They are not ready to tackle these two icons. They're not ready to tackle Batman and Superman in the same film. They're nowhere near ready to tackle that. For example, I'll fucking grab it right now. Give me it. Avengers was a 7-year plan. This was a combination of 7 years of hard work, blood, sweat and tears, and a grand total of 5 films over the period of 7 years to get ready for that. To get ready for Avengers. To get ready for this awesomeness. 7 years of hard work, of blood, sweat and tears to make some good films. Admittedly, not all of these films in this collection are fantastic, but they're at least passable and get you ready for Avengers. It took 7 years of blood, sweat, tears, billions of dollars probably, and getting the right person, Joss Whedon, to direct it, to get the Avengers right. Just think, if they'd said, well, Iron Man 1 was a success, Iron Man 1 was a success, let's jump the gun and let's get Avengers out next year. That would have flopped up the ass. It's too soon. They are nowhere near ready to get these films out without them being colossal failures. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. I can't see it working. I am an optimist. There's a small part of me, the wee Scotty in me, that's screaming out, but it's awesome. It's fucking awesome. It's all the heroes in one place. It's awesome. It's just like my childhood when I was a wee Scotty watching a Justice League on TV. That's like a fucking old granny. A real lad, the real Scotty who used to sit there and watch Batman and Superman and Justice League and used to scream all the time. What happened to him? He died a long time ago. They're nowhere near ready. You want me to go even further back and use DC as an example? Think back to... Give me a minute. Well, since I dusted this out. There, it's clean. Think back to Batman the Animated Series. I have the full collection right here. That's how much I love fucking the Batman Animated Series. This thing is awesome. This was... what? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. We got the booklet right here. Let's have a look. Let's see. It was 1 year, 2 year, 2, roughly, 3 years. 3 years of doing Batman the Animated Series before they done Superman. And then it took a wee bit longer. Took about 5 years in total to do The World's Finest. When Batman met up with Superman in the animated series. Took about 5 years worth of work. It took even longer to get the Justice League series off the line. But you want to know what happened with that? It was awesome. It was amazing. Why? Because the team that worked on this and Superman did the right thing. They took their time. They got experience. They got skill. They took their time in crafting the characters, writing the scripts, making sure that they had enough experience with one character to even attempt to go to another character. And you know what? It paid off. This and the Justice League animated series have more in common with the Avengers movies than the DC movies. Why? Because they didn't rush it. They didn't half-ass it. They didn't jump in balls first. They didn't dry fuck it. They didn't just take a massive cock and no lube, no foreplay and shove it up the ass of customers and consumers and viewers and fans of the DC universe. They didn't do that. They eased it up. They took you out to dinner. They went on a couple of dates with you. They made a commitment to you. to actually give you what you wanted, to treat you like a person. Sure, you had your rough times, your bad times, your crap times with crappy episodes, crappy character designs, changes here or there, things that might have not worked out. But in the end, when you finally did it, they were nice. They eased it, and they had foreplay. They had all that crap. They were gentle. They were the greatest lover you ever had. The guys that are making Batman vs Superman, they're the frat boys. They're the ones that are drinking beer, and they're basically coming up to you and going, "Hey, you wanna fuck? I got my bed on sale here. I got a pack of condoms." In fact, they don't even know that. They're like, "Don't worry, I'm clean. You're on the pill, right?" That's what they are. They're the frat boys. They're the ones that are just like walking around with condoms in their wallets. Which, by the way, ew. Ew. I'm sorry, if you walk around with a condom in your wallet every fucking day of your life, you are sad. That's them. They're the ones with the condom in their wallet and are just going around sleeping around. They're not being like Avengers that took years of practice and effort to get you where they were. They're nowhere near ready. Before anyone fucking judges, you noticed that I've not once mentioned Mr. Affleck in this. 4 words. Heath Ledger as Joker. This was the exact same fucking response he got. And what happened? Where did the pencil go? How did you get those scars? Oh shit. You're terrifying. Don't hurt me! He not only knocked us out of the park. He not only knocked it out of the park. That thing he knocked out of the park came around and smacked all of us in the face who were saying, Heath Ledger, or that fucking guy from Brokeback Man. It's got to be Brokeback Batman. We all got smacked in the face by that thing he hit out of the park. It came back, it slapped us again, hit us in our genitals, and went, na 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 na, fuck you, and then says, do you want me to make this pencil? Do you want to see a magic trick? BAM! That's what Heath Ledger did to us. It is a shame that he passed away. It is a shame because he was... I'll say it, I like him over the Jack Nicholson Joker. I do. He blew us out the fucking water. So, Ben Affleck as Batman? He's not my first pick, but I will wait and see what he shows us. So fucking shut up about pissing and moaning about him as Batman. He's done one bad superhero movie. Daredevil. Which, by the way, I like. It's not a horrible film. It's a decent... It's a C- film. Okay? It's not a fantastic film. It's not an amazing superhero film. It's an average superhero film. And I liked it. And by the way, it wasn't his fucking fault that movie fucking sucked most of the time. It was doomed from the start. Okay? So, people pissing and moaning about Ben Affleck, fucking shut up. Okay? But at the same time, I still have no hope for this movie. I still have no hope for the next Man of Steel film because it's too soon, and we all know what it's going to be. It's going to be even fucking RPE-30, you wanted it. Superman versus Batman. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be Batman versus Superman, and guess who's going to fucking win? Batman's going to whip Superman's ass. He's going to bend Superman over. He's going to be, yeah, fuck you. Yeah, if I'll get up, he's going to be like, yeah, Supes, fuck you, I'm burning you, I'm breaking you, Soupy, fuck your Kryptonian heritage. That's what he was like. That is what exactly is going to be like that film. It's going to be fucking Batman bending Superman over and taking him up the fucking arse. That's what it's fucking going to be. Because we all know, Batman's more popular, so Batman will fucking win. Don't get me wrong, I am a firm believer that Batman can beat Superman, but not with brute force, not like that. It would take him decades and ages of fucking planning to fucking beat him, okay? It would. It wouldn't be like that. It wouldn't be... Even then, Superman could kill Batman with this. The time it takes me to do this, Batman's dead. The time it takes me to do this, Batman's dead. Superman is Superman. And before me goes, but Batman's smarter than Superman. No, he's fucking not. Superman is brain is, what if memory serves me, 100,000 times faster than the human brain. He is a genius. He is the smartest being in the universe. Well, on the planet. He's faster, stronger, and pretty much better than Batman in almost every way. But Batman is still my favourite. I love Batman for what he has, okay? Superman is better than Batman in general. If you're comparing superheroes by superhero, just superhero in general, Batman is second. Batman is compared to others. Because he has no powers. And he just wears a costume and gadgets. That's him, why I'd say that. But you know why I love Batman? He doesn't give up. He is Batman. He does not give up. He believes what he does. He fights for what he believes in. Even when the odds are down, he'll go up against Darkseid himself. And that's Batman's greatest trait is his bravery, his smarts, his belief that he can win no matter what. That there's always a way out to win. There's always a way to win. He never gives up. He prepares for every eventuality. But if Batman's over the fucking shitter and Superman just pops in and goes, "Hi Bruce," zap, dead. Although then you go, Batman's got kryptonite up his ass. Batman has kryptonite toilet paper. And the new Man of Steel one, apparently kryptonite doesn't exist, so there ain't no kryptonite in this universe. I'm sorry, it really pisses me off when people bring that up. Trust me, I used to be one of those people that was like, oh, Batman could beat Superman, no problem. Batman couldn't beat Superman. He could. Full on fight, no preparation, no nothing. Batman gets his ass handed to him in about 0.5 billion of a millisecond. Okay, so I thought my video would stop recording them as Jake. That's fine. Okay, so, yeah, people who are pissing him on about Ben Affleck, fucking shut up. This movie's going to fucking suck either way without him. Okay, next set question comes from Alex the Hunted. Hey, Alex. His first question is, how many companions do you want in Dragon Age Inquisition? It's already been confirmed there are going to be a grand total of 9 party members in Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm not going to speculate on any of them right now. So yeah, just 6. Next question is, apart from Dragon Age Inquisition, what other games are you looking forward to that were the standout of E3 this year? Watch Dogs, Witcher 3. I'm blanking. GTA 5. Infamous Second Son. There were quite a few that stood out to me and I really like. Rain does look interesting. I'm going to take the piss out of it, but it looks interesting. There are a couple other games like that a lot. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I know it's a late question, but how goes the cosplay? For those who don't know, I am working on a cosplay for Glasgow Comic Con, which I'm going to next month. In fact, I'm going in about a week. What I initially had planned was to do a gender bend Liliana, but unfortunately that didn't work out and I had to scrap it. At the moment, I'm probably just going to be wearing a robe with maybe a Witcher medallion on it. I am going to try and make a Raven mask out of cardboard, but that's looking unlikely. It might just be me in a robe with a Witcher medallion. That's about it, because I don't have a lot of money to make something. So maybe I'll wear my karate joggies and some kind of tattered vest or something and be like a beaten up girl or something. I don't know. I'll think of something, but not major. RPE33 asks, what do you want to see in the next Mass Effect game? I want them to make it oh shit, sorry, somebody got a fall. I want them to make it its own series. I don't want it to link to the previous Mass Effect games in any way, shape or form. I want it to stand on its own. I want the next Mass Effect game to have nothing to do with Shepard. Have nothing to do with Shepard. I don't want Shepard 2.0. I want a new character. I want a new story set in the Mass Effect universe. That's it. I don't care what ending is canon. In all honesty, it's probably going to be the Destroyer ending is going to be the canon ending. Hate to be bearer of bad news for those who wanted Synthesis. But that's what it's going to be. I don't want that. I want whatever ending's canon, I don't give a shit. I just want, it's not going to be Synthesis. I fucking doubt it's the Synthesis ending. I doubt it's the Control ending as well. I want just the game to be its own game again. The Mass Effect trilogy, the Shepard trilogy, is done. If you want to reference it in the next series of Mass Effect games, that's fine. If you want to have cameos from the Asari characters, because those are the only ones that are probably going to live long enough, and maybe a couple with Krogan, like Liara, Liara, and a few other characters. What I want for it is just to be its own game, but I do want them to reference other characters. Maybe we'll find audio journals, documentations, history books about the characters like Tally, Garrus. Maybe we'll just tell us what happened to them after the game ended, and I'll be fine with that. Just, literally, I don't care if it's literally a book. I don't care if it's if the next game comes with a book that basically tells us the story of what happened to our friends in Mass Effect at the end, like what happened to Garrus, what happened to Tal, what happened to Rex, what happened to Grunt, what happened to everyone. What happened? That's all I want. Just tell me what happened to them, and that'll be it. I don't need them in the game. Admittedly, we'll probably see an Asari, what we're new. We'll probably see Liara. We won't see Samara. I highly doubt that. Samara was nearly 1,000 by the end of Mass Effect 3, so she's probably nearly dead. She's probably going to die, unfortunately. But we'll probably see Liara. We might see even... Do I want to see Shepard's children? Depends who he's with. If they are with Garrus, can't have children. Tally, can't have children. Asari, it'll just be another Asari. If you're with Liara, it'll be a blue baby. We'll get that. Ashley, I want the game to be as far in the future as possible. I want the majority of the cast. I love them. I don't want them to do anything with that. Show the Asari, I'm fine. But any character that would die after like 200-300 years, don't want to see them. I'd like to know what happened to them. Don't want to see them though. I love them that much. Their story, along with Shepard's, ended at Mass Effect 3. Didn't end well, didn't end good. But it ended. I want Mass Effect 4. I don't even want it to be called Mass Effect. I want it to be called Mass Effect something. I don't care. Mass Effect, the quest for the golden cock. Mass Effect, the quest for Sovereign's Chalice. I don't care as long as it has nothing to do with the previous games. Right? Don't bring any characters back. I don't want Liara in our party. I don't want Shepard's children in our party. I don't want Shepard's descendants anywhere near our party. I want new characters, new everything. If you want to reference Shepard, like maybe we could bump into Shepard's distant relative, that's fine. I'm okay with that. If we bump into Liara and she's with her daughter and she says this is Shepard. Yeah, she named her daughter Shepard. Deal with it. Maybe it'll be Shiana, Shepard to Sony. That'll be fine with that. Just remember, we ain't gonna have any Quarian babies. We ain't gonna have any Vicarian babies. We ain't gonna have any Krios babies. We ain't gonna have any Samara babies. The only options are the female or the human part of it, the human ones, or Liara. I don't want... That's what I want. I want the game to stand on its own. I don't want any returning characters. If you want to have a cameo or two, that's fine. Tell us what happened to our crew in a book, in a log entry, in a video diary. That's fine. Do that. Okay with that. But make the game on its own. Make it its own story. Do not link it to Mass Effect 3. Okay? Distance yourself from that. That's my opinion. Heavy Storm asked, have you seen The Walking Dead or Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones? Walking Dead, I've seen. I've been watching that since pretty much near the start. I love the show. It's awesome. Breaking Bad is a show that doesn't interest me in the fucking slightest. I'm sorry. I'm going to get shot for that. I know it's finishing up soon, so I know it's on Netflix, so I might start watching it. I'm not too sure, but I remember seeing the trailers for that, and I was just like, it looks interesting, but I've got something better to watch. So yeah, Breaking Bad just didn't look interesting to me in the slightest. I'm sorry. I might check it out eventually. I've heard good things. I've also heard bad things, but I don't know, maybe at a later date I'll decide and I'll go, you know what, fuck it, I'll check it out. I've got Netflix. My mum's got Netflix, so I'll log into there. Maybe I'll just marathon a series or two and see what I think of it. But Breaking Bad just doesn't appeal to me. And Game of Thrones, I fucking love Game of Thrones. I've got the books up there. I've not read all of them. I've read about half of the first book and I had to stop because I'm a slow ass reader. I've got the audiobooks as well, so I might just start listening to them shortly. But I love Game of Thrones. It's a fantastic fucking series. And plus, guess what? You'd be surprised how many Scottish actors are in that fucking series. And guess what? The Hound is Scottish. So fuck you, bitches. We Scots are awesome. The cast in Game of Thrones, there's a good chunk of Scots in there. And I'm fucking like, yes! We Scots are taking it all! Oh, I love Game of Thrones. I fucking love it. It's one of the few shows that I can very rarely guess what's going to happen. Like, the Red Wedding, I guessed what's going to happen, but I still loved it. I was like, yeah, shit's going to happen. Just from the feel, the tone, and everything, I was like, yeah, shit, you're dead. You're all dead. Spoiler alert, sorry. I was like, they're all dead. They're all gonna die. Ned Stark, I was like, I admit, I was like, someone's going to save him. And then they got closer, and I was like, no one's going to save him, is he? Nope, Ned Stark's dead. But Sean Bean almost dies. But yeah, I love Game of Thrones. It's definitely one of my favorites. I can't wait to actually get back to the books. So yeah, Game of Thrones. I've Breaking Bad. I'll check it eventually. It's just a show that's never appealed to me. Next set of questions comes from Gabriel99A. Give me a minute. I'm just gonna. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Sorry, I dropped something. Give me a minute. Okay, next set of questions comes from Gabriel99A. First question: what race will you be playing in Dragon Age Inquisition? What will you play the most of in Dragon Age Inquisition? Answer: I'm gonna be dwarf. You all know me. I'm gonna be a fucking elf because elves are awesome. I'll say it. Elves are awesome. Elves are epic. Elves are awesome. That's us. I'll be an elf. Question 2. Since we know Dragon Age Inquisition takes place around Orlais, what do you want to see, where you want to see / where you would put the next game in the series? We do know that we are possibly going to see part of Ferelden. We do know that. From other wee bits and bobs we've been able to gather, we might be seeing other parts. Like we might see a few other parts of Orlais, of Thedas, but it is primarily going to be Orlais. I want to see Val Ryu. I want to see the capital. I'd love to see the Grand Cathedral. I'd love to see a lot. I've seen it. I've heard it described and I've seen artwork, but I want to see it in game. Where would I want the next game to be set in the series? I'm not too fussed. As I want to see everywhere in Dragon. I'd love. If we're going from what would make the most sense, I'm thinking that probably Tervinter might make the most sense. Because just where the story's going and what Tervinter is, I'd love to see the Tervinter Imperium. I really would. I'd love to see how the Magisters rule. I'd love to see what it's like to live there. I'd love to see how bad it is there in some instances with the slavery and all that. I think the Tervinter Imperium would be really interesting. I'd also love to see Parvalin. I'd love to see Nevada, Ravania, Three Marches. I'd love to see a whole bunch of places, but I think it makes the most sense if it was Tervinter it was set in next. But there's just so many. Like, let's have a little look. Let's have a look. The World of Thedas. I'm so glad I fucking got this. I love this book. See, we've only touched the surface here. We've only been to Ferelden and Kirkwall, and then we're going to Orlais. That's not even half the map of this. We've still got the Andavals, Saharan, Parvalin, Ravania, Antiva, the Three Marches, Nevada, the Tervinter Imperium, of course, can't forget there, the High Reaches. We've still got an entire world to discover. And I fucking cannot wait till we get a chance to. But just because of where they're going, like, they've went from Ferelden to... Where is it? Where's Kirkwall? Kirkwall, where are you? Kirky! Where the fuck are you? Kirkwall. Starhaven, that's where Sebastian Knobhead's from. So it's near there, I know that much. Where are you, Kirky? Kirky! Kirky! Where the fuck are you? Kirkwall! I can't find Kirkwall. Where the fuck's Kirkwall? I'll find it. Where the fuck is it? There it is, Kirkwall. There, it's just across the sea from Ferelden. Wow, I didn't realize it was actually that close. But yeah, we've only been to a small part of the Three Marches. Starkhaven is actually a good distance away. It's actually a couple 100 miles by the looks of it. Right down fucking far. Yeah, we have... so it's literally, we've not even scratched the surface. Like, we've got Ferelden, part of... teeny part of Three Marches. We've still got the Frostback. We've seen part of the Frostback mounts. We haven't seen the Dales. We haven't seen that. And we haven't seen Orlace. Oh, we're going to see Orlace. So, we've still got a whole fucking map to discover. But it makes more sense if we go to Tyrynter next. But even then, it would make sense if we go to Anderfalls, or if we go to Navarra. It could be anywhere. But I think Tyrynter makes the most sense from a story standpoint. But I'm not writing Dragon Age, so I don't know. But if anyone at Dragon Age wants to let me know, I'll be happy to take you up on that offer. But yeah, next question from Gabriel is, what is the first comic you owned or remember that was impactful, emotional, and the best out there? That's a toughie. I'm not a huge comic book fan. I do have a couple of graphic novels I've got. Any kind of graphic novel I own, I like to an extent, but there aren't many that have had a massive emotional impact on me. Well, there's the Silent Grove, the Dragon Age comic, and Those Who Speak. Those were very emotional because I love the series so much. A couple of the Mass Effect ones were very emotional. Civil War was okay. I didn't like the fact that I have issues with that. Watchmen is very well done. It's absolutely brilliant. Still a great read every now and then. And definitely had a bit of an emotional impact on me, but not a lot. The Crow is fantastic. I saw the movie first, read the graphic novel next. The Crow is a fantastic graphic novel. I just love it. That is a very emotional book. That got me emotional. It actually made me tear up at some points. And I love it for that. It's an amazing read, and I would recommend anyone to read it. It's black and white, but still, it's fucking amazing. I love that book. I love it. And the movie as well is fantastic. But The Crow, the graphic novel is fantastic. I love it. It's definitely one of my favourites. I've got Blackest Night. That was actually really, really good. That had one of my favourite Batman Wonder Woman moments, and yes, I ship Batman and Wonder Woman. Deal with it. That had one of my favourite Batman Wonder Woman moments in it, and I love it for that. I've got a couple of Kevin Smith Batman films. The Winding Gyro. I think that's what it's called. So let me just grab it. Don't fall. Give me it. This one. The Winding Gyro, I think it's called. I don't want to say anything about this because this has a really good twist ending that I didn't see coming, which is hard to do with me. Normally I can see a twist ending coming. Normally I can see a twist coming a mile away because I'm that type of person that always thinks like, well, that can't be what's going to happen, but it was a really good twist, and I'm not going to spoil for him, but that was a really good one. That was really good. I really like that. I've also got plenty of other ones in there that I could recommend, like the Avengers Invaders, a couple of Spiderman ones, a couple of Superman ones, Wonder Woman 1 or 2. But comics do have the ones I've mentioned, like Watchmen and The Crow especially, did have a bit of an impact on me, and I would recommend reading it. Read any of the ones I've mentioned because they're all good in some way, shape, or form. So yeah, that's my opinion. That's what I've got. Next set of questions comes from the Tesla Effect, and his first question is, what do you think of Attack on Titan? For those who don't know, the Attack on Titan is a newly airing anime in Japan, which has basically captured the anime community by storm. Literally speaking, is everywhere. Like, if you're an anime fan, like my definition of anime is animation, anything animated, I consider an anime. But a Japanese anime fan, you'll love this. You'll fucking love this. This is one that you've heard about, and then you're just like, I have to check and see what I'm going to say. You might not like it, but I like it. It's enjoyable. It's a really good story so far. The best way I can sum up Attack on Titan is basically giant humans called Titans. Basically, humans are no longer top of the food chain. These things called Titans, which are basically people about 40 feet tall, eat us. They eat people. They literally eat nothing else. They see people, they pluck them up, and they go, nums. Nom, 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 nom. And they've got creepy smiles. They're naked, but they have no sexual organs, so we don't see dicks, we don't see vaginas, we don't see nipples, I don't think. I haven't seen nipples yet, anyway. But yeah, they're massive. They're massive, and the world, Serun, has built up a massive 100-foot wall, which no Titan has ever been able to break. And then eventually the wall does break due to a colossal Titan, which is 100 feet tall. And it's phenomenal in the way it's done. It's a really good anime in my opinion. It has a good story, good characters. There are a couple of iffy moments here. There's a couple of animation problems. I really like it. I don't want to say anything too much about it because I spoil it for anyone. But I'm going to say to you, if you've heard of it, I was like, I'm not going to check it. It doesn't look like my cup of tea. But I ended up saying, you know what? I give any show when I eventually get around watching it 4 episodes, 4 to 5 episodes to catch my interest and keep me watching. If it does that, I will finish the show. If it does that, I will finish the show. I did it with Firefly, finished it. I did it with Angel, finished it. But I watched Angel when it was airing, so. Buffy, same thing. I gave it 4 or 5 shows when it was originally airing, finished it. Just give Attack on Titan 5 because it gets really interesting after the first 5 episodes. Like, I know it's nothing, but the first 5 episodes, in my opinion, were the slowest ones. It builds up the universe, then it builds up some of the characters, it builds up the stuff, it builds up the world, and it isn't until like the 5th or 6th episode that it really gets in there, and you're like, holy shit, what the fuck is going on here? Like, it seems very generic at the start, and then after like the 5th episode, it goes bam, throws a little curveball in there, and you're like, what the fuck? It's kind of predictable though. The show is predictable in some parts. Some of the twists, I was like, yeah, I saw that coming. Yeah, saw that coming. That's just me. I like the characters. It's also a bit gory. It's very good because again, you're seeing people getting literally eaten. And what do I think? What is it? Fuck. I'm forgetting something. Some of the characters are very well done. You get to know a good chunk of the characters really well. There's the main characters who you're like, they're not gonna die. Not gonna say anything. Don't spoil it for anyone in the comments or I'll block you. But yeah, I like the twists, a couple of things. It gets you to build up a connection with some characters. Some characters, because you don't know what characters are going to die in some instances. Like, you know certain characters, like, they're not going to die. They're obviously not going to die. It's not going to happen. But some characters they get you build up a bit of a connection with, and then they kill them off. And it's kind of like, holy shit. And they don't die nicely. They get eaten alive. Nice. But I like the show. I think it's interesting. Once it's done, and I will definitely say check it out. If you consider yourself a Japanese anime fan, definitely check it out. It's worth a watching. And I don't know, like, I hope that it does come over to the UK. It's probably going to go out of the US first. We all know that. Funimation are probably going to dub it. But I'm going to say this right now. I fucking hate the fact that it's a pain in the ass to get a hold of anime in the UK. Like, the US are spoiled. I hate people pissing and moaning about the US. Oh, we don't have anime anywhere. We don't have anime in here. We get the shit ones. Like, we're still getting fucking Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, bro, here in box set. Fuck, we don't even have... I can't even get a hold of Fullmetal Alchemist, the original run, without importing it. That's how bad it is. Fucking... I hate that. I really do hate that anime's a bitch to get a hold of it here. Even then, sometimes like we do get the classics, but we don't get the ones we want. Have to import them. Like we're only just getting Cowboy Bebop on DVD here. The full series hasn't even been released on Blu-ray yet here. I'm buying it when it does. That's how bad anime is out here. But yeah, Attack on Titan, I'd recommend it. I hope it gets dubbed, and I hope that it's... I hope Attack on... I'm going to say this right now. Attack on Titan is just as good as some of the shows on HBO, like Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones. It's just as good as them. No, it's not just... I don't want... Game of Thrones blows out of the water, no doubt about it. But as an animated series, it's amazing. I love it. It's definitely that kind of thing. It's the anime equivalent of... I'd say the anime equivalent of... I don't want to say Game of Thrones, but... I just did, but I'll change my mind. The anime equivalent to... try to think. The anime equivalent to... Fuck. I hate doing that. I hate comparing animes to live action because I think them as two different things. But I hope that if Attack on Titan does, because there are rumours that apparently HBO are interested. It's just a rumour. I highly doubt it's true. That is HBO's interesting to getting Attack on Titan when it's dubbed and licensed to air it on HBO, which would blow anime. Which I think if it was done right, it would be amazing over here because it's amazing. I'm saying it, it's really, really good. I definitely recommend it if you haven't checked it out, check it out. I'm going to say it's a bit, if you're a bit squeamish, you might not want to check it because it does get pretty bloody. But I do hope that this show does come over to the UK as quickly as possible because I can get it now. Because we only found out recently that Sword Art Online is coming in December here. Which Sword Art Online is pretty good. I don't want to say what I want to say about Sword Art Online. I'll just say it started off good, it got shit. I'll probably buy it though. But Attack on Titan, I love it. It's really, really good. I have been watching it and I will continue to watch it. What is the most scariest movie / game / thing you've ever saw? I don't get scared easily. Saying that right now, I do not get scared easily. Like, it takes a lot to scare me. Like, I'm just the type of person that can predict a twist in a horror movie or horror game like that. But a movie or a game or a series with good atmosphere can scare me. It can terrify me. The original Resident Evil 1, 2, and Nemesis, I remember. I can't remember. It's been so long since I played them, but they did scare me as a kid when I played them. Like, I played a little bit and they did scare me. Freddy Krueger as a kid scared me, but now I laugh at it. Jason Voorhees a little bit scared me, but now I laugh at it. The only movie in recent memory that has literally had the right amount of atmosphere, that has literally scared me in some way, shape, or form, has literally made me go, don't do it! Because I don't do that often, I don't get scared. I can watch The Walking Dead and laugh. I see corpses, I'm like, funny. I'm a sick fucker. I can do that. I can watch a gory film. I can watch anything. I'm like, oh, that's fun. That's alright. But one film that really did scare me, that scared me a good chunk, I still laughed at it, but it did bring the right amount of terror to me. Like, it had a really good scenery, really good ambience, really good atmosphere. Cabin in the Woods. This is a Joss Whedon written movie. He wrote it while he was writing Buffy, but it's directed by a friend of Whedon's, Drew Goddard, who also worked on Buffy, and it's from Lionsgate and Mutant Enemy. Mutant Enemy is the ones that helped made Buffy. This movie's awesome. It's funny, but scary as well. It dissects the cabin movie, like going out, cliche as hell, a cabin in the woods. Sounds like the start of every fucking horror film ever made. But this dissects the genre and analyzes it and shows you what's wrong with it, but also shows you what's right with it. What made a good horror film? What made a good cabin movie? What made Evil Dead? What made Freddy Krueger? What made Jason? What made Friday the 13th popular? Cabin in the Woods. And that's why I think this movie does well. And I've got to say, it has a lot of Whedon regulars. It's got Fred in it. It's also got the guy from Dollhouse, which I've watched recently, and it's fucking awesome. This is awesome. This is a really good film in my opinion, and definitely one of the few films that actually had the right, scared me with atmosphere. That's what scares me, atmosphere. You give me a good atmosphere, I'll be like, I'm jumping. Don't have that. That's what the right atmosphere does to me. The right terrifying atmosphere will have me clutching my sword like I'm watching it and I'm like, that will hit. A good atmospheric horror film will do that to me. Will make me start crying in a corner. And this one didn't have me crying in a corner, but it had me laughing and also like, don't know. It had me like that. It had me jumping. That's because it done the horror film right. It had atmosphere. It didn't have jump scares. It didn't have things going boom with you. It had boom scares. Had atmosphere. And at the same time, it also takes the piss out of the horror genre. And I love that. fucking awesome. I love it. Love it. Compared to other horror films out these days, which suck. But yeah, even then, some episodes from the Batman animated scared me as a kid. Some cartoons scared me. Some parts of Mass Effect were terrifying. Like the Derelict Reaper was... That atmosphere was like... Oh shit, this is creepy. But yeah, that's just a couple off the top of my head. I don't get scared easily, but yeah, when I do, it's normally good. Tesla Effect 11. My apologies, I keep calling you 1. The other question is, what would you want the Mass Effect the Dragon Age Inquisition multiplayer? What would you want multiplayer in Dragon Age Inquisition? Do you think it would work in this kind of game? My answer to that is simply no. I don't think it could work, and I don't think it ever will. But with EA's newest announcement that they will not publish games that are offline, more reason to hate you here. There's going to be multiplayer. It's probably going to be the agent system that they were talking about in a couple of videos during this week. If they're going to do it right, make it completely separate from the game. Make it have nothing to do with the main campaign. And have it be its own standalone thing. Do not link it to the single player like Mass Effect did, or I will hate you. Do not do Galactic Readiness. Do not do that. Do that, I will punch you in the face. Just do a multiplayer like Baldur's Gate. 4 players doing missions. That's it. I'll be fine with that. Do not link it to the game. Do not say you have to play it to complete the game. Do not do that, BioWare. Do not. And EA, fuck you. You're giving me fodder to hate you. And that's not hard. I hate you more now. If I had a choice, no multiplayer. If I had the choice, but I don't. So, yeah. Okay, we've got a couple more questions. We've got a good chunk of questions, actually. So, next 3 questions is Undead Elvis 85. I'm going to blaze through these. Have you ever played the Portal games? If so, what do you think of them? I have played Portal 1. I've done a full Let's Play of it on the channel. Go and find it. Look at it. I'm not saying anything else on it. You can get my thoughts in that video, but otherwise, it's a good game. Full Let's Play is on my channel. So it's basically a full live stream I did ages ago. I played the full game to completion, basically. So it's there. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. Have you defeated the boss you were stuck on in Kingdom Hearts 2 yet? Thoughts on the game so far? Yeah, if you didn't see, I put that video up where I fucking got stuck in a boss in Kingdom Hearts 2. Still a bitch of a boss. I did eventually beat him, and I am on the final boss battle of the game. I stopped playing it because that final boss battle is cheap as well. It's cheap as fuck! But I've stopped playing it now, taking a wee break from it, and going to go back to it and try and beat him again. So far, I'm liking it. It's still good, still really enjoyable, still Kingdom Hearts. Preferred Kingdom Hearts 1, but Kingdom Hearts 2 is still alright. Had a long-ass fucking tutorial, which didn't need. But, overall, still enjoying it. How did you meet Ability Drain on YouTube and decide to include her in the podcast? Not complaining. Ability Drain contacted me via Twitter, if memory serves me. It's been a while. She was on a website where a couple of friends of her contacted me. I hope I'm doing this right. I hope I'm remembering this right because my memory's fucked up that way. And then I believe she also contacted the Gamer and MD and Alex. And it was actually Alex that asked could she join us because originally the Legion of Geeks podcast was supposed to just be me, Alex, and MD. But then Alex asked could Ability come on, and I says, well, I'll have to talk to her first. So I talked to her over Skype for about an hour or two after Alex asked, and had a blast talking with her, and I was just like, you know what, you're in. And that's it. There's no secret there. We talked on Skype for about an hour or two, and I says, you're in. Simple as. Alex asked, could she come on? I said I had to talk to her first, and then I was like, yep, she's in. Simple as. And now the Legion of Geek is 4 members strong. And it's awesome. And yeah, nothing secret about that, and she's an awesome friend. Okay, give me a minute to fix something quickly. I'm not going to spend too much on simple questions because this video is already getting long. So the next question comes from Tesla Effect 11. Would you like another cliffhanger ending in Dragon Age 2? Hell no! Simple. Hell no. I hate cliffhanger endings. I hate them. Hate them. If you're going to do a cliffhanger, don't make it a cliffhanger ending. Make it an open-ended ending. An ending that's satisfying, good, satisfying to the story. Could possibly lead to a sequel, but doesn't need to be. Just a satisfying. Because I tell you right now, I fucking hated the cliffhanger ending in Dragon Age 2. I fucking hated it. Absolutely hated it. Next question from Tesla Effect 11. What do you think about the Daily Shelf Warden being made canon in Dragon Age universe? He dies at the end. That's fine with me. My Warden is a Daily Shelf as well, though he does the Dark Ritual and lived. And lived. So yeah, I'm fine with that. That's not a problem with me, but it makes sense to the fact that the Olivian was a major part of the Witch Hunt DLC and also a major part of Dragon Age 2. So it makes sense why the Daily Shelf Warden would be the main story one, because the Olivian is involved in that one, and also the Olivian has a bit of an impact, and possibly Olivian will possibly have other impacts in Dragon Age 3 Inquisition. Sorry, Dragon Age Inquisition, don't mean to call it Dragon Age 3. I think that it was a smart idea. I think it was because I love Daily Shelves. They are awesome. But any other thing would have been okay, any other endings, but they have stated that the Origin will have some impact, but won't have a major impact, but the Daily Shelf one is just the canon one, because that makes sense. Hoping sorry about that, I have to speed up. Next question comes from Tesla Effect 11. Do you think Morrigan will ever be our enemy in Dragon Age Inquisition? Or friend, he asked, sorry. Both. I think she'll be both. I think it makes sense why she would be both our enemy and our friend. We will find out more about her in the Dragon Age Mask of the Empress, I think is book. I think that's what it's called, which comes out next year, which I will be getting and reading. But yeah, I think she'll be a bit both. I think she's trying to suit her own means, but at the same time she'll probably be on our side in some way, shape or form. So I think she'll be a bit of both. Tesla Effect 11 asks, what are the main decisions you made in you picked in Dragon Age Origins and to raise health? Okay, I need to blaze through this. I had a Daily Shelf, romanced Morrigan, made Harriman king of Orzammar, turned the werewolves back to human, saved the Daily Shelves, got Shale, made everyone my friend, romanced Morrigan, made Alistair king, killed Loghain, saved the Succo, in Awakening, I let the Architect live and saved and killed the Broodmother. Made the entire the castle that I was in the best it could be. Made everyone my friend. Went with Morrigan through the Olivian. Went through that, done that. That's why I did. Went through that. Dragon Age 2. Rogue Hawk, Bethany's in the Succo, sided with the mages, made the Arshock love me, like respect me, kept Isabella in my party, made everyone my friend. Done. There we go. DLCs, killed Corypheus with the help of the aging Warden. Didn't download Mark of the Assassin because it's a shit DLC. But yeah, that's my decisions in a nutshell. And the Kanana, do you have it? I just showed you. Next one is the Gamer's Enjoyment. He asked, what was your favourite scene from Mass Effect 3 Citadel? Too many to pick. I love that DLC. There are too many. Thane's funeral, Grunt's drunk party, the Zaid, Liara, Kasumi. There's too many. I love Liara's scene. I love Samara's scene. I love Kasumi's scene. I love all their scenes. I can't pick one. I'm sorry, I can't pick a favourite. While you name your... This one comes... Oh, sorry. Next question is from Bobby Blood 93. Are you going to get any of the next gen consoles this year on launch, or are you going to wait till... I'm going to wait until there's a better selection of games out. Simple as. Undead Elvis asks, will you name your elf Elvis? No, I will not. David Incognito asked, are you following the information on the hometown story 3DS Yashiro Wade supposed to be a worldwide release? Opinions? I'm watching your channel now because of searching E3 stuff, found Game D and watched the podcast, and here I am. Okay. No idea what the fuck the game is, so I can't say anything I know about. So, next question. Leon Davis. Do you think BioWare will ever make another original game? Just keep on going. They already are making a new original game. They're making a new IP. They're being very tight-lipped about it, though, so we don't know that much about it. Next set of question comes from Poloto1990. Oh, wait, no, sorry, I missed one. Mr. Vigilante 1994 asks, BioWare is working on new IP. What would you like to notice? That's a tricky one. Apocalyptic supernatural game. Simple. I don't want post-apocalyptic because that's kind of Fallout territory. I would like a supernatural apocalypse game. Like the apocalypse happens and your character, whoever you are, happens right. You have to play the game as that character at that point. Like the apocalypse happens, you play a different character. You can play a character with supernatural abilities, a human, a demon, an elf. Not an elf. An angel, a demon, that kind of thing. I'd love that kind of thing. A half demon, half angel, that kind of. I'd love them to explore a supernatural about the apocalypse happened and you have to survive it and all that kind of stuff and find out what happened, all that crap. I'd love that type of game. I think that could be really interesting if it was done right. But it all comes down to your own personal taste and what could happen. So, yeah, I think that could work if it was done right. And I think BioWare could do that if they'd done it right, using a different mixture. It could be a bit of a fantasy apocalypse game where the apocalypse happened in a fantasy world and all that kind of thing. The world went to shit and you have to survive and that kind of crap. I think BioWare could handle it. I think they really could. That would be interesting. Next set question comes from Napoleon1990. Would you like to see the Mako return in some form or another in Mass Effect 3 sequel? Yes, I want the Mako to be a museum piece in the Hall of Shepherd. Because we all know that's going to be there. His next question from Politio1990 is, have you ever been able to try out the Deadpool game on the Xbox 360, PS3 and PC? Yes, I've played it and completed it and fucking loved it. It was awesome. We talked a little bit about it on the podcast, so go check it out there, but I enjoyed it. It was a fun game. I really, really liked it. It was a good game. I had fun playing it. Couple issues with it, but I had fun. Poloto's other question is, in the event of a necromorph outbreak, who would you call? Isaac Clarke or Commander Shepard, and why? I would call Isaac Clarke because experience. He's dealt with necromorphs, and he kicks their arses on a daily basis. While I think Shepard could handle necromorphs, I would rather have someone at the start of it who knows exactly how to deal with necromorphs than someone who, while a badass in his own right, in their own right, he or she, would have no idea what fucking necromorph was and would not know how to deal with them beyond shoot them until they fall down. But then, of course, the biotic powers and that kind of shit. But even then, I think I'd rather have Isaac Clarke because he knows how to deal with necromorphs. He knows how to deal with them. So, I think Isaac Clarke would probably be the better bet because he knows what he's doing and he's dealt with plenty of necromorphs in his lifetime to know how to take care of them. So, yeah, probably Isaac Clarke. Sorry, Shepard, but it makes sense to me. I'd rather have someone who's experienced taking care of necromorphs than someone who has to learn them from scratch. But if the Reapers were here, Shepard, you'd be my first call. Bobby Blood 93 asks, have you ever played PlayStation Home or Second Life? If not, what's your opinion on them? Never played them, don't want to play them, they're a pile of shit. Mr. Vigilante 1994, he has two other questions. His first question is, what type of setting would you like to see Oh, wait. You've already asked that, so I've already answered that. His other question is, what are your thoughts on Gamescom? What are my thoughts? Awesome. A lot of good stuff came out. Yeah, it looked fucking awesome. I'm not gonna lie, it looked really, really cool. I like the look of it. A lot of the stuff that came out, a lot of stuff from Witcher 3 came out. A couple of stuff from Dragon Age, I love that. A couple of nice wee things from the consoles. And overall, I really wish I could have gone. I actually go on invite. I actually go offer to have an interview with CD Projekt Red, but I couldn't do it, unfortunately, because I can't afford to fly out to Germany because I don't have money. I would like to go one day though. I really would love to go to conventions for the channel, or just for myself. I'd love to go to more of them just to have a bit of fun and also maybe get an interview or two if I could. I think that would be really, really cool if I could get that. Here's hoping that I get to go to one of these conventions again, like Gamescom or E3 or Comic Con. I really would love to go to them for the channel and explore it, have a bit of fun there and talk with developers and all that. I really would love to do that, but I just can't afford it at the moment. So hopefully in the future, I'll be able to go to Gamescom and be able to cover it. But at the moment, I like the look of it. Gamescom looks really, really cool and I'd love to go to it. The Polyteam1990 asks, do you think that Elena and is Arya to look the Asari Rex mentioned and Shepard about his adventure? Hell yes, that is definitely fucking Arya. If not, I'd be very fucking surprised. So I'll leave it at that. Next 3 questions from the Gamer's Enjoyment. His first question: how and when did your channel take off? Meaning, how did you get so many subscribers? For me, this is a fuck ton of subscribers. Like at the moment, let me just have a quick look. Stay to get to the channel. No, click. Hate this mouse. Come on. At the moment, we have 898 subscribers. To a lot of people, to the big YouTubers, that's not a lot of people. That's like a drop in the ocean. But to me, that's a lot of people. And I have no idea why you are here. I don't know. I don't know why my channel's got this many subscribers. I think this is a lot to me, and I think it's probably due to the fact that I got a lot of help from GamerMD83, Alex the Hunted, and various others giving me shout outs and helping me out. But I don't know, like, I think it's just about it. It really is just about luck. And like you're saying, like my channel has taken off. My channel hasn't taken off in the YouTube sense, but to me it's taken off because yous are all amazing people and yous all help me out in some way, shape or form. And I don't know, maybe the channel will take off in a better way. Like maybe if you want to help out, maybe the channel can get bigger. Maybe we can get bigger. You can never be too big. You can be bigger than my hair. But yeah, I don't know how. I really, really don't. I have no idea why. I can't answer that. But let's hope we get bigger. Let's hope we keep getting bigger. Let's get more subscribers. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of this year. Let's do that. But yeah, I have no idea. And for me, my channel's taken off. But for other people, it's barely begun. Like comparing it to other people like Alex and GamerMD and Ability and Total Biscuit, Jesse Cox, Dodger, Angry Joe, comparing it to them, I've barely even started. But this is a start that I love and hopefully we can keep growing. And if you want to help out, do what you can. Do what you can and keep spreading the word. And let's get to 1,000. In fact, I'm not going to lie, I would love to have this as a job. I'm not going to lie. Not a job, something that could support me. I'm not going to lie, but also, I'm not going to lie, I have been putting into mind and possibly making t-shirts for the channel, but I say to myself, I'm not going to make t-shirts until I go somewhere in the range of maybe 10,000 subscribers and a reason to make them. So yeah, just got there. But I have something special, Papa. I'm not going to say what, but I have something special. But yeah, I don't know. Simple as I don't know. And let's hope we keep going! I'm so excited. I can't believe we're nearly at 900, let alone so close to 1,000. So close! Let's get there. Come on. His other question in Gamer Enjoyment is Splinter Cell or Rainbow Six? Never played Rainbow Six, never appealed to me, so I'll go with Splinter Cell because Blacklist looks awesome. Did you see Spiderman, the new animated series? One of the best in my opinion. Shame that I only got one season. If you're talking about the Spectacular Spider-Man, fucking love that show. Spectacular Spider-Man was fucking amazing. Great story, great characters. Got fucking cancelled for Ultimate Spider-Man, which is the biggest pile of fucking shit I've ever watched in my life. Spectacular Spider-Man was awesome. Best Spider-Man series ever. May have only got one season. I think I got just over one. But it was amazing. I loved it. I want another series. I want Spectacular Spider-Man back. It was awesome. Get it back. Now. Fucking love that show. Yeah, Spectacular Spider-Man was awesome. I fucking loved it. So much development and characters. So well done. So well done. On par with Batman. On par with this. The series had such an amazing story with great characters. Spider-Man. Like, how can you do Spider-Man right or wrong? They did it amazingly. The voice actors, the animation, the story. It was fantastic. I loved it. And I want it back. I want it back. I want it back. And it got cancelled because they wanted Ultimate Spider-Man, which is a fucking piece of shit. I miss Spider-Man. I miss Spectacular Spider-Man. I want it back. But if you've never watched Spectacular Spider-Man, go watch it. It is awesome. I don't know where. I don't know if it's on Netflix. I don't know where you can watch it, but go watch it. It is amazing. Oh shit. Oh, I thought my software crashed. I think I froze. But it's amazing. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. If you consider yourself a Spider-Man fan, fucking watch it. It's amazing. If you like Batman animation, I don't care if you're a DC diehard, go watch the series and tell me it sucks. Go watch the series and tell me it sucks. It's brilliant. Great story, great characters, great development. And it fucking is, and the cliffhanger gets cancelled. That guy who made it, I can't remember, I think his name's Pete or something. He made that series. Amazing. Went to Young Justice. Yes, Young Justice was made by the same guy, producer, as Spectacular Spider-Man. Went to Young Justice. That show got fucking cancelled. Fuck. Yeah. Disney cancelled Spectacular Spider-Man. Cartoon Network cancelled Young Justice. Both of them fucking suck. Both of those shows were awesome. And then they got cancelled. Didn't even get 2 seasons. No, wait. Spectacular Spider-Man got 1 season. Young Justice got 2 series and then cancelled. Shows like that getting cancelled and shows like fucking Jersey Shore succeed. Fuck you. And shows like fucking Johnny Test and other fucking horse shit on Cartoon Network these days all fucking suck. 2 good shows got cancelled for no fucking reason. Fuck you. Anyway, that's the end of this. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your questions. I hope I answered them to the best of my ability. I do apologise, the videos went a wee bit iffy. I guess the software, after it runs for over an hour, just decides to go wee. It's like you're watching an old 90s TV. That's awesome. But thank you for watching. I hope I answered the question, and thank you everyone for support. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep spreading the word of the clan. Keep spreading the word of this channel, and let's get this channel going. Okay. Thank you for watching. As always, I'm Scottish Warrior 92.